at you with another Clash Royale video. This one on the Goblin Barrel deck, one of my favorite decks because you can really screw with your opponent with the Goblin Barrel deck. I've used it for quite a while. Now that the Royal Giant and Sparky has entered the arena in a big way, I've had to modify it a little bit, but the way that I've changed it has really worked out for the better. You can counter the Royal Giant really well. You can counter Sparky really well. And if you are good at the deception piece of using the Goblin Barrel, you'll be able to counter just about any deck out there, including decks that have arrows and zap and fireball, and you have a lot of fun doing it. So before we get into the replays, I got a couple of chests to open. Bad to pick a epic card out of just a regular silver chest. We will definitely take that. And see what our preview is. Alright, and now we are going to head right into some replays. I got a couple of replays to show you. This one I'm facing my opponent, evenly matched, level 10s, and he has a Royal Giant. Go ahead and put down the Elixir Pump and get the Elixir Pump flowing. He's going to go ahead and drop that Royal Giant in the back so that he can get the slow push going with him. Sometimes that's a good move. Sometimes your opponent can read it, and fortunately I was reading it. I dropped the Mini P.E.K.K.A., but I didn't know that he had Sparky yet, and he's going to put down Sparky. That's going to make short work of my Mini P.E.K.K.A. However, I've also got the Inferno Tower, and this is why I double packed the Inferno Tower and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Bad placement on the Mini Tower. I kind of put it up too far to where my tower couldn't put any damage on the Royal Giant, but we still were able to take care of that Mini P.E.K.K.A. Alright, here's the main point of the deck. I've got the Baby Dragon going up. I'm going to go ahead and launch the Goblin Barrel. The most important piece on this is you've got to have somebody to tank the tower damage when you launch your Goblin Barrel. So that Baby Dragon works good for that and is able to put on a little bit of additional damage while the Goblin Barrel, the goblins out of the Goblin Barrel, go to work on that tower. You can see we didn't get a whole lot done on that. He countered pretty well with that Ice Wizard and with that cannon, but still chipped him down, and we are currently winning on tower damage. Alright, so this time he's going to go with a slow push from Sparky. I don't know if I put down the Mini P.E.K.K.A. at the same time or a little bit before or after. I don't think I put it down after, because that would be a total waste. But since he's going to push on the right side, I'm going to go ahead and push on the left. Usually not the best idea to attack both towers, but if he's coming real strong on one side, then you got to go ahead and push the other side. Get that tower, that Inferno Tower is in the hand, but I wasn't able to get it out in time. I was, however, able to get that Mini P.E.K.K.A. out, and that made short work of that Royal Giant. Again, I'm kind of pushing both lanes. Don't usually recommend doing that, but now he really doesn't know which way to defend, and that kind of gives me a little bit of an advantage. And now you can see, kind of forced him into pushing on the other lane, which really isn't in his best interest either. Alright, so to counter that, again, that Sparky, I'm going to put the cheap troops around it in the back. He is going to go ahead and take out that Elixir Pump, but that's alright. Wastes a freeze spell there, and so now I know that he's at a loss on that elixir, and so I go ahead and drop some additional troops and get the push up. And there's 2 towers down. I think at this point he kind of quit. I think this was a rage quit, and you know what? Everybody loses in this game now and then. Rage quit is not the way to go. But I'll tell you, if I had a couple of Sparkies going, and I had a Royal Giant going, and I was about to get 3 crowned, that would be kind of tough for me to stick around to. All right, right into our next replay. And honestly, I did not play this round very well at all, but was still able to pull it off. You can see I didn't get the Elixir Pump on the first 4 cards, which is always kind of a bummer with this deck. But we're going to go ahead and deal with it by starting our slow push as slow as we can with the Baby Dragon, because he kind of goes fast. And you're going to see he's going to drop that lightning right off the bat. At first I thought, well, that was kind of a waste, but by the time I see the damage that had been done to my Baby Dragon, that princess in that tower took it out before he could do any damage, and he's already put a little bit of damage on my tower. Now, Once the princess locks on, I'm going to go ahead and drop on my minions, and they're going to take her out real quick. And then I'm going to put a little chip damage on that tower. He's got his spear goblins there to help take out my minions quick. And you can see I'm having a hard time getting my cards out without wasting some elixir. But if you look at his right now, he's wasting some elixir time too. He drops the cannon to take all those little guys out. It's going to just wipe out my mini P.E.K.K.A with those skeletons and that cannon. But my dragon's going in full health, which means he can tank that tower, and I can drop that Goblin Barrel and avoid taking damage on my goblins. I'm going to go ahead and I drop that arrow to take out the princess, and now I'm looking pretty good on that right tower. He brings in the hog. I've got nothing really to catch him off guard. I don't want him putting a lot of damage on my tower, and so I go ahead and drop the elixir pump. The elixir pump's not great for absorbing a lot of that damage now that they've reduced the hit point value of it, but in a bad situation like that, not the worst decision to make. At this point, he should probably kind of get used to what I'm doing. How I'm playing my cards. He goes ahead and wakes up my king tower early, so I'm thankful for that. But I'm going to drop this Goblin Barrel right by the princess so that I can go ahead and take her out. He zaps, but my goblins are at level 11, and that's not going to do anything to him. And you can see I've got his tower down to arrow damage range. Take it out with arrows now. So at that point, I think I'm going to start pushing. I want to start pushing left. He's going to drop the Hog Rider. That's going to hurt. I put down the goblin or the minions, which was not the best choice, knowing that she had the princess. Again, like I was saying, did not play this one too well. Puts down the minions. If you're going to take minions up against a baby dragon, you got to try to surround the baby dragon. If you put all the minions on one side, he's just going to the splash damage is going to destroy him. So I go ahead and use the arrows to take out that tower. I should have tried to reach it over a little bit to take out the princess, but I screwed that part up. See the Hog Rider coming, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that Inferno Tower, but he is going to use that Lightning, which I am terrible about focusing on and countering, and that's going to take out that tower. So now we are 1-1. All I can do is try to take out that left tower, and this is where I really start playing terrible. I miss almost all of those minions with my arrows, and I'm only able to take out one minion and the princess. And so now I'm going to try to push as much as I can with the troops that I got left. You can see my mini P.E.K.K.A is just not doing well against this deck. Those skeletons are a great counter for the mini P.E.K.K.A. I dropped that Goblin Barrel right on the tower. Great arrow shot right there. High value. I do damage to the tower, take out the minion horde, and take out the princess, all on a 3 elixir pay. I mean, that was I couldn't have asked for anything better on that. He dropped his princess too close. You can see at this point, game's over. I got that Goblin Barrel in. All right, so let's go ahead and get into a live battle here. I know that's what everybody likes to see. Let's see if I can hold it together. We still got our Goblin Barrel deck up, and we are sitting at 3,314 trophies. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go. We're starting off against, I guess that's Soul, maybe Soy, level 10. I do have my elixir pump, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm going to go ahead and drop it now. I do have my mini P.E.K.K.A ready to go in the event that he brings anything in against it, and I do have my Inferno Tower. He's dropped his elixir pump. Mine's level up higher than his. I'm going to go ahead and start a slow push with my mini P.E.K.K.A here in the back. I don't know what that is. It sounds like he's saying cupcakes or something, so I don't know what that is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop my my goblins up here so that I can try to get a little bit of damage off on that tower. That's not going to work. I'm going to go ahead and have to put down that Inferno Tower. He's going to freeze. That's okay. I'm going to be able to put off enough damage to kill that Hog Rider. And now I've got to try to take out this this Musketeer. That leaves me with a couple of my Musketeers. He's already cycled back around to his Musketeer. That's crazy. I'm going to go ahead and put my elixir pump out here so that the Musketeer targets that. And once the Musketeer targets that, I'm going to put the my goblins back here to try to take her out quick. And now I've got an okay little push with this baby dragon going. Let me see if I can get this Goblin Barrel on deck, since the tower is targeting over here, And we got the Goblin Barrel doing some work. Alright, pretty happy with that. We're going to have to go ahead and place out that Inferno Tower again. And let's get some damage done on that Musketeer. Alright, we got a little bit of a push over here. I'm going to go ahead and put the Goblins up. That might have been, that was a bad decision. I forgot all about that Valkyrie. And so we're going to have to compensate for that. I'm going to go ahead and place my Mini P.E.K.K.A. over here to pull that Valkyrie into range of that Inferno Tower. And now I've got my Mini P.E.K.K.A. and my Baby Dragon going in. Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to get one hit off on that cannon. And maybe I shouldn't throw that Goblin Barrel out right now, but I went ahead and did it anyway. Hopefully I can pull that raw. I don't get the Hog Rider. He's going to freeze. I knew it. And it's up to my Goblins now to try to take out that Hog Rider. And then I got to take out that Musketeer. Again, a nice, decent little push going up. Again, I'm going to put my Elixir Pump out here to try to attract some of the damage away from my tower. That Hog Rider is going to come in. That's going to cause some problems. And I'm going to have to, yeah, and there he goes with the freeze. This could be bad news. This could be really bad news. And we are down to 404 on that tower. And that's a little bit of trouble. Let's see how we can pull this off. Maybe we can get some damage from that Goblins. Not enough damage, but we got a little bit of damage coming from that Baby Dragon. And I do not pull the Hog Rider, and that's going to end it. I got to give the wow. I can't believe he didn't pull off for that. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. It must have been bad placement on my part. Looks like I need to go back to some Orange Juice videos and study up. But that's okay. Just like I was saying, don't rage quit. Everybody loses. It's part of the game. We're going to go back into another battle and try to make up for it. So here we go. Alright, heading up against a level 9. I'm happy about that. And I got my Elixir Pump. Anytime you can get that Elixir Pump out against a player who is a level below you is going to give you a pretty good advantage going into it. Alright, we got some Hog Rider action and some Goblin action. I'm going to pull the Goblins off to the side here. Thankfully, he does not have freeze because that could have ended very badly. He does use the shock, which is not going to allow my minions to put any damage on his tower, and he does take me down to 2206. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and start that slow push with my Mini P.E.K.K.A., try to get him going up the side, and I'm going to get ready with my Baby Dragon to provide him some top cover. And now I've got a pretty good little push going in. I'm going to go ahead and arrow to get that princess out, and then I'm going to Goblin Barrel since I've got two other folks in there to take up some of that damage. Bad placement on his part for those minion horde, that minion horde. Like I was saying earlier, if you can't get those minion hordes to surround the Baby Dragon, then it's going to end ugly for you. All right, so I've got a little bit of extra elixir to spend. I'm going to go ahead and put out that elixir pump. Right now we're doing pretty good. We got his tower down to 891, and here comes the Hog Rider. Hog Rider shouldn't be too difficult. I knew he was going to zap, so I waited on those minions. I'm going to go ahead and get... oh, you know what? He's got Minion Horde. I probably should not have used that. Okay, now that was good placement on his minions. I should be able to get one stab, two stabs. Not much. And now I am in a little bit of trouble. I'm going to see if I can't pull some of these minions off. Put these minions over here. So there we go. That was a pretty successful defensive move. His minions are level 8, and my minions are level 10. His minion horde is a level 8. Oh, and look at that. My minion got a little bit of chip damage off. Going to go ahead and replace that elixir pump. That is going to put me in a little bit of a deficit as this Hog Rider comes in, but he does not know that I have this Inferno Tower yet. So, wow, Mini P.E.K.K.A. just totally destroyed that Inferno Tower. That's all right. I got a good push coming, and you know what? It's already down to 55, so if I need to, I could just arrow it, and that should be game. I'm going to go ahead and put this elixir pump out here, hopefully to successfully distract, not like last time. And he tries to do a hog push, but does not do it correctly. He needs to go back and watch some of those OJ videos, Orange Juice videos, because that was not the right way to do a hog push. Alright, so I've got him coming in right here. You know what? I might be pushing a little bit too hard on the right. I do need to keep this guy off of my tower as much as possible. Look at that. I almost take down his next tower, and that's going to be game. So even though I lost against the level 10 and I won against the level 9, you can see this deck does have some good versatility. I didn't really get to show off the deceptive moves you can pull with it. Let me actually... I'm going to go into a training match right now and just kind of show you some of the little deceptions that you can do in order to get your opponent off a task. I'm not going to try to really win this thing or anything, but I'll show you. I need to get this out of here. I got to try to get that Goblin Barrel up. I'll put that here. Alright, so now I'm just going to wait till the elixir builds a little bit. But the idea here is you can put your Goblin Barrel in a lot of places, and if you put it right on the tower, all your opponent's going to do is arrow the tower, and it's going to stop all that damage. So what I recommend doing, if you know that your opponent has arrows or fireball, maybe even zap, what I recommend doing is once you've got that tank set, put your Goblin Barrel here. Now if you put it too far over to the left, at least one of your goblins is going to go for the king tower, and he's going to wake up that king early. But if you put it over there on the right, they're going to make it to that tower. They're going to put some damage on, and you can see right there, even though this is a training match, that it should be able to take out that tower with very little effort. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I really appreciate the likes, comments, subscribers, and if you're out there sharing it, please don't forget to do that. It does keep me excited about making more videos. I am interested in your comments. Tell me what you think about this deck. Tell me how it's working for you. If you have recommendations for some changes with this deck, let me know. I'd love to try it out in some future videos. One last thing I wanted to bring up is there is a Clash Royale tournament coming up. Let me see if I can bring that up on my Twitter feed. And right there, if you go to supermagicalcup.com, I'm not affiliated with this at all, but I know that a lot of you guys out there are pretty serious about playing a Clash Royale. And if you want to participate in an upcoming tournament that's going to be on Twitch TV Saturday, May 14th from noon to 3 p.m., I did submit my registration, and hopefully I'll be able to attend. I do have some other events that day, so I may not be able to. I'm hoping to get in, though. But for those of you that have watched all the way through this video and you would like to take a shot at this tournament, please do. I think that they have, let's see, 128 players. They are taking 128 players, and look at the prize list. First place gets 7 super magical chests. So if you're looking to finish out some of those legendaries, find some of those legendaries, finish out some of those other cards, especially those commons, not a bad first prize. Even 4th place, 3rd place gets a super magical chest. So it's a lot of fun. If you're not going to participate, you can go and watch, and they're going to have gem giveaways that way too. All right, so like, comment, subscribe, share the video, keep tuning in. I'd love to see you guys. Thanks for watching. Mwahaha out.